37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
Dude, I fucking hate Goku.
Oh, here we go.
He's like the worst dad. Like
The worst dad of all the dads in the world.
Listen. How the fuck are you gonna have 2 kids and never spend any fucking time with them? How? You know? He sends one son off to go train with one of his old arch nemesis, fucking Piccolo, and just like, it doesn't give a shit. He's like, oh, I put all my trust in Piccolo now. What the fuck? He sucks. Fucking hate Goku. Everyone loves him. He's such a deadbeat fucking dad, and then like he never spends time with his wife. You know, she cooks like a 15-course meal for him, which he eats in 5 minutes, and then he's like, oh, later I have to go do shit. If that was my husband, if he was my husband, I'd kick him right in the dick.
Did I strike a nerve?
My God. Fucking go. Anyone who watches Dragon Ball Z will agree. Vegeta is superior because Vegeta has common sense. Goku, not only does he ride on a cloud, his head is up there too, just living in the clouds. Like everything's gonna be all right. And yeah, this is the guy we're gonna send to beat Cell and fucking Majin Buu and all the other fucking people he's gotta defeat. I can't. Fucking spend time with your kids.
I didn't ask for this.
Fucking hate Goku, dude. Yeah, I have a shirt with him on it.
Do you feel better?
I don't know.
I feel like halfway through the podcast, so it's gonna be like, and another thing.
I might, honestly. I've been sitting on this for a while. Fucking Goku and
Well,
his
let it out, girl.
fucking deadbeat ass motherfucker. Brings his son into a no gravity room. Like, that's safe. He's a child. Jesus
I have
Christ.
no idea I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
It's been a while since I watched it, so I might have got some stuff wrong, but like, as far as I can remember, Goku sucks as a parent.
Well, I know. I've met a couple deadbeat dads in my day, but you know.
And then every time he gets the fucking Dragon Balls, he saves fucking Krillin. Krillin is useless. Hate Krillin too. He's another piece. Why is he there? He dies almost every episode, and we keep bringing his ass back. Krillin just needs to stay dead. He needs to learn his lessons of, hey, get the fuck out of the way when there's big giant things trying to kill you. I can't.
I'm dying.
I love Dragon Ball Z. But oh my God.
What you don't see is Lauren's flailing arms as she's exclaiming.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Welcome back to the Gemini archives, everyone.
Welcome back.
How many minutes in and we just
3.5.
we just jumped right in, didn't we? Oh my God, I'm crying.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Just the logic in that show sometimes. Like, how does...
Lauren, it's a cartoon.
But just... Okay. I'm so tired of him bringing Krillin back. I'm so tired of it. Leave the stupid motherfucker dead. Please. You don't see Krillin on all the shirts, but yet we put Goku on there because he's the main character and he's supposed to be the hero. No, Vegeta is the fucking hero. He has a family, he has a son, and he knows how to take care of them. And he doesn't just go away for like hundreds of fucking years. He gets himself killed because of it. He sacrificed himself for his kid. The fuck? Oh my god, I'm so angry about it.
We have fun here on the Gemini Archive. And we're accepting of everyone's personal lives and ethnic backgrounds and I don't know.
Except Goku. He could fuck off.
Except Goku. You're not welcome on the Gemini Archives.
Oh my god. I feel so much better.
You okay there?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm actually like crying.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Megan, you were like just literally crying laughing just now.
I needed that laugh. After this fucking week,
I know.
I need that laugh so bad. Excuse me.
Can we just talk about, first of all, how we were supposed to record yesterday?
Yes. Not that it matters to you because it's still going up whenever the fuck we feel like it. But, yeah, we were supposed to record yesterday, but Lauren went to go plug in the mixer we have, and the USB part of it was just bent.
I know. It got run over somehow, or something fell on it, and it just bent. And I'm like, great.
Yep.
And it wouldn't go into the, the port in my computer. So I'm like, well, gonna have to overnight a new one, and I did, and it works. That's all that happened.
Because we were like, we could either overnight a new one, or we could go to the store, and I'm like, I would rather die. Because today, we're recording on a Saturday, which is strange, because usually we don't. But I would rather die than go to the store on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
I would go any other day of the week. I would even go right now over Friday afternoon. What is it about Fridays that makes people so fucking stupid and frantic?
I know.
Like every time I go in the store, especially like the grocery store or something on like a Friday, it's like Dawn of the Dead.
I know.
It's like
grocery
fucking,
store people are awful.
It's like keep to yourself and head down and don't come in contact with anyone or you're gonna die. It's just like, fuck, I can't. I'm not a store person.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to go, obviously, but
yeah, I'm not about to go in the store and just browse for 2 hours. I'm more of like a purchaser.
Yeah, unless it's like a small, like, place, you know what I mean? Like a little hole in the wall
not a lot
or
of
something.
people are in there.
Yeah, but like going to Walmart on any day ever is my nightmare.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Walmart so much.
I do too.
Like, and not even just because of the people there, but like, why is it so big? Walmart, why are you so big? Like, every time I go to Walmart, I get lost. Every time. And I know that. I've been going to that Walmart for half my life, I want to say.
Yeah.
Still get lost every time I go in there. I'm like, where am I? Who fucking knows?
I know. It's true.
I hate Walmart.
I know. Target's it's superior.
Yeah. Target is definitely superior.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Target.
Yeah. Target sells Oreos. And I'm sure Walmart does too.
But
the one near us doesn't sell Oreos, so fuck it.
We just bought a bunch of
yeah.
maple Oreos.
Yeah, because this is for the fall season. They came out with maple flavored Oreos.
Okay, here's the thing. I can't eat chocolate anymore. So when I found out they came out with an Oreo flavor that had no chocolate in it, I was like, I will take all of them, please.
Well, they have the golden Oreos.
Well, I know. But I mean, it gets boring after a while.
Yeah, I know.
So, well, I love the blueberry ones too.
Oh, yeah, the blueberry pie.
But
that's only in the summer. It's already gone.
I know. They're impossible to find.
I know.
Unless you buy them online or something.
Guess where we found those?
Yeah.
In fucking Target.
Yeah. So, we bought like a couple and I think I can't eat Oreos anymore because I was in gastrointestinal distress.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going to go into detail about that, but like Oreos fuck up my stomach. I don't know what it's like the crack element they put in so you keep eating them. That makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
the
is.
The crack
exactly.
makes your stomach hurt.
Yeah.
Take that out of context.
Don't do drugs, kids. But I kind of want more. I know I just said they make my stomach hurt. And I keep forgetting after my stomach stops hurting that they make my stomach hurt. And I'm like, I want more.
I know. You know what it tastes like? Waffle Crisp. If anyone remembers the Waffle Crisp cereal, which apparently is impossible to find now because they discontinued it.
Yep.
It tastes exactly like that, but sweeter.
I miss Waffle Crisp.
Me too.
I want it so bad.
And honeycomb. I want both of those.
Together.
Yes.
I'm hungry.
We're fantasizing about cereal.
Well, they put out all the spooky cereals now.
That's right.
So it's spooky season, everyone.
Yay! We have some stuff planned.
Oh yeah, we're so excited. So excited.
Mm-hmm.
And not even just like, I know last year we just like we told like some stories and stuff like that. That's like the extent of our ghost stories. We need to have more.
I know.
So maybe we'll be going somewhere? Question mark.
Maybe. And we'll be talking about it. Possibly? Question mark.
Stay tuned? Question mark.
Question mark.
No, but really though, we might be going somewhere and talking about it, and we might be doing more urban legends because they're very popular.
Yeah.
And you keep demanding them, so.
True. Everyone likes the urban legends episodes. Well, that and just like internet stuff, like creepy stuff we found on like Reddit and the internet. We have a couple episodes. Oh, and YouTube. We have a couple episodes in mind that we're going to do about a couple of those.
Yep.
So
it's going to get fucking weird in the next few months. Because we might start early because there's a lot we want to cover.
I know. Because Halloween's already started.
Yeah.
Once it hits September, Halloween's here.
I walked into a Spirit store recently. Halloween is here.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We did go to Spirit.
We went to Spirit. There wasn't that much there yet because it's still like, when we went, I don't even think it was September.
Yeah.
Yet, so.
It's like the end of August. It's like, what's the date today? It's the 7th. So.
Is it really the 7th?
Yeah.
We have to go to the dentist in a few days.
Don't remind me. The day we have to go to the dentist is the day the new Sims pack comes out, and it's fucking witches. We're getting witches and wizards and potions and everything in the Sims.
Well, what the fuck, Lauren?
And the exact time that it comes out is the time I have to go to the dentist.
Should I reschedule? Are they open today?
No, it's Saturday.
Shit. I was going to say, I would have called them right on the podcast. Had we, fucking recorded yesterday, we could have done that.
I know.
But, life happens.
Yeah. But it's fixed now.
Could you imagine? It's like, you know what you want? Do you want to hear me call and reschedule my dentist appointment? I'm sure it's riveting for everybody listening at home.
I know.
I'm kidding.
It's like something Super Mega would do. Oh my gosh, I love when they just call people during episodes. It cracks me up.
I know. It's like, oh, by the way, you're on the podcast. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to do that to someone because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me, honestly. True. It's like, give me a heads up. Because sometimes I have a tendency to just say things that, like, I could share in confidence with, like, someone I'm close with. But, like, if the general public, nothing crazy, by the way, but, like, if I name dropped or something, do you know how embarrassing that would have been?
I know.
You know? Like, I have a tendency to name drop sometimes.
It's like, yeah, sorry I didn't pick up. I was putting on my genital wart cream.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's recorded forever.
Your genital wart cream?
Yeah.
Lauren. Are we going to have a talk?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. Because how embarrassing is it to just admit to the world that you have genital warts? Actually, you know what? Live your wart life, like, if you have them. Like, it's fine.
Let her live.
Yeah.
Ew.
Anyway,
so we have to go to the dentist soon. What were we talking about? We went to a Spirit recently.
Yeah.
And, like, if you go into, like, Michael's and shit, like, all the Halloween stuff is out.
Yeah.
Like, all of it.
It's already out. It's been out since, like, the middle of August.
I'm so excited.
I know. And, you know what really... All right. I'm going to be Peter Griffin and be like, what grinds my gears?
Oh, Lord.
Here's what fucking grinds my gears. It's the Christmas people who get angry that the people who love Halloween are celebrating it too early.
Yeah.
Christmas lasts from Thanksgiving Day until fucking February. So, like, don't even give me that.
Yeah.
Literally, turn on a TV in February and tell me there isn't a Christmas commercial on.
And some holly jolly bullshit is flung right in your goddamn face.
I know. No, not even Thanksgiving. The day after Halloween, people are putting up their Christmas shit.
Yeah.
Christmas lasts like an eternity compared to Halloween.
Yeah, it does.
Don't even fucking give me that.
God, I cannot. I caught Dad one day watching Hallmark, the Hallmark channel, and it was like a Christmas movie. It was the gayest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I mean that in every sense of the word. It was so gay.
It was too happy.
It was so happy and sunshiny, and everybody was sparkly and pretty, and I'm like, I hate this.
Before everyone comes for our asses about using gay in that context, we're using it in its proper form, as in it's extremely happy.
Come for me.
That's what gay is.
I invite it. Watch what happens. Watch how stupid you're gonna sound. That's offensive. Is it offensive? Is it? Watch a Hallmark Christmas movie and tell me that's not the gayest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Every gay man will be like, yeah, you know what, this is
gay.
It's
fucking gay, okay? So my dad likes it. I'm not gonna ruin his happy, okay? We'll let him have it, but I swear to I can't, I don't know what's worse. Movies that are too happy or just like crippling sadness, through the whole, Disney movies.
Yeah. Well, Fox and the Hound, I can't even watch that movie.
Ugh, anything with animals, I'm like.
How do you just leave your animal in the middle of a forest and just drive away? How do you do that? Fuck what the other people say. I would keep that fox.
Yeah.
Fucking giving into peer pressure. Because, he's a menace, then blah, blah, blah.
Oh, God, hold on.
It's just, Are we about to sneeze?
I think so. Hold on. No, I'm good.
Okay. I was about to say play the Bob Ross music.
Oh, God. No, we're good. It might happen, so just brace yourself.
Okay. I'll fly back 10 feet.
Which means you'd fly back straight into your PC.
Well, yes. Which would not be good.
No, it wouldn't.
I need to get a second monitor. Speaking of which.
You should get one.
I will. I don't have any room for it.
I was going to say, where are you going to put it, though?
I have to get another desk, too. I need to get things.
Me, too. If you would like to donate to our cause, please email us at thegeminiarchives@gmail.com.
Just PayPal me. I'll give you my PayPal. Thanks.
Maybe I'll show you a tit. Maybe I won't.
We don't have to show tits, Meg.
Well, they gotta have incentive to send us money. I'll send you cookies.
Cookies would be better. I can make that.
Me too. We'll make you cookies. And you'll help Lauren pay for her desk.
Thanks.
And now I want I still want the Oreos, goddammit.
I know.
But I'm just thinking about, my stomach.
I know.
It's been
We're going to be halfway through this podcast. You're going to be like,
It's just I have to shit. I just say it so bluntly. It's I have to shit. I'm going. Bye.
Oh my God.
No,
we're so gross, though.
What? People shit, Lauren. Who gives a shit?
Well, no, I know, but it's just
see what I did there?
It's the way we say it.
What? I have to shit?
Yeah, just so bluntly. I'm like,
what would you rather say? Making bears?
No. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I don't know.
Can I just tell you?
Sure. Go ahead and tell me.
I was not expecting that quick of a response. Oh my God, now I lost my train of thought because you threw me off with that. I've been watching, and everybody in my life sent this to me when it came out. Mike Patton has a band that does covers of Italian pop songs called Mondo Cane, for anyone that doesn't know. And they performed recently in Milan, and they did a cover of a Mr. Bungle song. They did a cover. It was Retro Vertigo, and I was screaming. And then at the end, he talks to the crowd in Italian, and I'm he could operate a phone sex thing. If that was, dude, is that even still a thing?
I don't know. I don't see those commercials anymore.
I don't either. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's really a thing.
Well, the internet is so readily available.
I was gonna say, you don't even need someone there in order to jerk off anymore.
You know what? I'm sure it's still a thing. I'm sure there's a 65-year-old just lonely.
Yeah. Doesn't know how to use a computer.
Yeah. Well,
I say that just his voice, it's all the way down here now, and you're just man. I don't know.
Does he have kids?
No.
That's a shame.
I was literally, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I'm not, you know what?
You know what? It might be better not to say
Yeah,
it.
it might be better. But I was thinking, man, I wonder what it was like. Well, because that was my thought process. So I was thinking, like, I wonder what it was like to like audition for, if you like back in the day, to be like a phone sex operator, like Rocco, like
From Rocco's Modern Life.
yes. I wonder what like that process was like. They give you a script and you have to sit there and be like suck on these tits or whatever the fuck they say, you know? Like I don't even know how I would go about it.
in here.
I should put on some sexy music.
Oh,
All right,
God.
cueing sexy music here.
Oh God, please. We're sisters, Megan.
This is one of them songs we kick
Look,
back
man.
and
Here we go.
to.
Can you just imagine just like having to sit in front of some like a balding
I'd like to
like
dedicate
old
this
guy
one to
just
all
like
the
read
lovely
this
young ladies
shit.
out
Yeah,
Like
and you're like, hey, daddy,
I'm Easy E. alias
welcome to the Gemini Archive,
Fuck. And I want all
where
you
Lauren's
to
deep
know
hole isn't the only hole we're exploring today.
you all that damn night 'cause your pussy's good. Now I'm telling you things 'cause
oh my word! Stop the sexy music. I can't fucking take this.
I'm gonna die. Well, we're gonna go to a break, I think.
I think that's a good idea.
I know. And you know what? I was gonna put it on a very somber note, and you know, in stark contrast to that last
Yeah.
subject. A couple days ago, I found out that a friend of mine, a guy named Paul, he was a good friend of my boyfriend who passed, Chris, passed away. And I think he was 38, 39. He was like about the same age that Chris was when he died.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was health related. I don't know. Nobody really knows what happened, but at least I don't know. Some people might know. I
Yeah.
don't know for sure, but it was sudden and tragic. And Paul confided in me a while ago because he went through something similar like I did after losing Chris, because he lost a girl that he was with, and it fucked him up for a long time. And he was such like a sweet guy, you know. It's just really like I found out and like I was just heartbroken, you know. Poor Paul. And he used to live in our area in Connecticut, and he was living in Arizona when he died, but he was from around here and was in a lot of bands from around here. Like, do you say it? Is it Baphomet or Baphomet? Because I've heard it both ways.
I don't think it really matters.
Baphomet's Horns. I'm saying it like that. That's a band that I really loved when I was in high school and got me through a lot of crazy, crazy shit. So it was just really devastating to hear that he was gone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry it had to happen, Paul, you know? I hope you're listening right now. I'm going to put in a Baphomet's Horn song, is what I'm getting to. And I was so overwhelmed by how many people were so affected by him, because, you know, I kept seeing the posts were like flooding my news feed on Facebook for a while, and they still are, honestly. He touched a lot of lives. So, yeah. We'll miss you, Paul.
I'm sorry, I didn't really know him.
I know you didn't know him. He was more, and you know, I only talked to him like a handful of times, but you know, he said really nice things about Chris and me, and you know, it's just really, really sad and unfortunate that he had to go so soon. So we're gonna put in a song for him. I think we're gonna dedicate this episode to him. Sorry, you get the episode with the fucking sex talk and the everything else.
I know. And my Goku rants.
Yeah, but it's happening. So we're gonna go to a break. Enjoy this song. Song that it means a lot to me. You're gonna hear it and be like, really? It's like, yeah, it means a lot to me. It just makes me think of a time in my life where I was like switching from like I guess like a kid to an adult. It's like when I started like getting in the funeral business and you know, it came into my life at a very crucial point. So we're going to put that in here for Paul, and you know, we'll miss you. Oh, it's shitty. It's so shitty. But all right, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we have something interesting to talk about that stemmed from a conversation Laura and I had the other day. So
we're not even going to say what it is.
Yeah, we're just going to jump right into it, and it might piss some people off. It might not. Whatever.
At this point, I don't give a fuck. If you're still mad and you're listening to episode 37 of the Gemini archives,
we highly advise you go check out Joe Rogan's podcast or something.
I know. Who's just as controversial, if not more.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, maybe not his podcast. Maybe Bill Burr's.
Sure.
He's great. We're going to go to a break now.
Yes, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. Lauren just stared at me for like 20 minutes.
Why?
'Cause
What do you mean?
you were just looking at me.
It wasn't for 20 minutes.
It felt like 20 minutes.
So here's what we're going to talk about. I as in Lauren, hello.
Hi, Lauren.
I saw a post that my friend Jason shared on Facebook.
Hi, Jason.
Literally, the title is called... Hold on, let me scroll back up. It's an article.
The way you did... Lauren used her index finger to scroll, but not in like a... it was like an old person way, where they're like, Please continue.
What do you mean?
That looks like that's what old people do when they use their phones. They do everything with their index finger.
Well, I know, usually I use my thumb, but the index finger was... Anyway.
Sorry.
The title of this article is called How I Got Banned from Photographing the Band Arch Enemy. And I'm like, this is going to be fucking interesting. I read this article, and oh my God. If I already hated Arch Enemy, I hate them more now.
Well, she's a cunt.
She
That's our summation of this article. She's a cunt.
She fucking is, though, because, like, well, let me preface this for anyone who doesn't know the band Arch Enemy. They've been around for a long time. One of the more mainstream bands in metal, which is fine, you know. People usually, like, praise them for, like, their sound rather than the vocals, because, which I think is kind of silly. They always have female vocalists in that band.
Yeah.
It's like, what's wrong with having a dude? I think there actually was a dude for a while.
Was there? I don't give a shit about this
Anyway,
band, so I don't know.
So their last vocalist, a girl named Angela Gossow, right? Is that how you say her last name?
Sure.
She left the band and replaced her with Alyssa Whiteglutz of The Agonist and, like, I don't know what the fuck else she was in.
Who else cares?
So, this fucking bitch.
I hate her.
Like, Megan and I have seen The Agonist before. And I was, like, in high school, or at least, like, finishing high school. Like,
Yeah,
in
they, like,
college.
just happened to play, like, a festival or something we were at.
And then they played another show. We went and saw Kitty, which,
Oh, yeah, because it was, like, 10 minutes away, and we were like, why not?
yeah.
And
Well,
that
more
was-
like 20 minutes.
That was a little bizarre.
Yeah. It was mainly, like, it was a tour with just females and, like, metal. So that's why they were on there, because she was singing for the band. I actually don't know if she's still in the band. I don't care. So they played, this is the show when they played with Kitty. I tried to go talk to her because she was, like, at the merch tables or whatever. Because, like, I think it's, like, so empowering when there's, like, women in metal who just, you know, we don't get enough recognition. So I think it's great.
Well, when they just do it and live it and don't give a fuck or whatever.
Yeah, so I love it when I see, like, female vocalists or female, you know, guitarists or drummers or whoever.
Because it's not as common.
Yeah. So it's, like, great. I have, like, someone to identify with. Because you can only identify with men so long as a woman before you go fucking insane.
Yeah.
So I went to go talk to her and I was like, hey, like, you did a great set. Like, it's so cool that you're, like, doing this and blah, blah, blah. And, like, just being, like, really encouraging. Literally crickets. Like, she didn't even look up from her phone. I'm like, fucking seriously?
Yeah.
She treats her fans like fucking garbage. Like, she didn't even say a word to me. She just kind of looked up and then looked back down. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That, like, some fucking role model, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she prides herself on being. And some, like, humanitarian she prides herself on being. She's a fucking cunt.
She is. She's a fucking bitch. And, like, I know people that, like, worship the ground she walks on because, oh, she's hot. It's like, that can only get you so far. You know what I
Right.
mean? And, like, this is what we really want to talk about today is just being, you and I are women who like metal, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like just being a part of that realm and having tits, you know, and how different it is for just like a dude that's like into metal, because obviously it is different in some instances, you know, because immediately people want to objectify you immediately.
Yeah.
You know, immediately it's just like, oh, can you wear my band shirt and like show your tits and fucking blah blah blah, because we've had that shit happen before too.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the shitty part of it is like, you know, and then there's girls like this Alyssa chick who make women that actually like the music look bad. You know, she's making us as a collective look bad when shit like this happens, because people automatically assume like, oh, if she's like that, then all the rest of them are.
Like, we're just as cunty as her. And it's like, no.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I know what music I like. I don't have to prove to you what I like, you know? That's just me. You know, I don't really think of myself as a metalhead, quote unquote, like other people do.
Like, I'm tired of having to prove the fact that I like something in my life. Like, I get enough of that outside of my music taste.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to justify the fact that, oh, I'm a true metalhead.
Yeah,
But
but
in the
you-
eyes of some fucking dickbag who chooses not to eat because he's buying fucking music, which I think is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, well, not to mention, like, you and I don't feel the need to validate ourselves. And I will say I see it a lot with girls in metal. They feel like they have to constantly validate to other people that they're actually into it, because they're met with a lot of, like, doubt. Like, you really liked it? It's like, yeah, I fucking like it.
Yeah, because
you know?
metal's a predominantly male genre of music. So,
Obviously.
and I don't know why to men, for some reason, but unless it's right in front of their face, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know? And for some men, it could be different. But for the vast majority of men I've come in contact with, unless something is directly in front of them, it doesn't fucking exist. So, that's why we have to prove ourselves all the time, because it's like,
Or we feel the need to.
yeah, because it's like, oh, we need to validate. I don't give a fuck anymore if I need to validate for anything. Like, I know what I like. If you have doubts about me, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's not mine.
Yeah, but a lot of girls don't understand that, and it's just really discouraging when you like you go online and then you see like, oh man, I really want to talk about this so bad, but she knows people that I know and I don't want to fucking have it get back to her.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm thinking
Yes.
of? Like, there's a clothing line that exists.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know anything about female-based clothing lines within metal, you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not saying names. But the girl that owns this clothing line is just, I would say, a narcissist, for lack of a better word. She just wants to be praised. She just wants, and she doesn't make her clothes like in a big range of sizes. It's basically, if you're not the same height and weight as me, you ain't shit, you know? Which is ridiculous, because it's not even just for girls that are bigger than her. Girls that are smaller than her can't even wear the shit because it just falls right off them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's just, when I see things like that happening where girls take it and they use it as a means to make a fashion statement or make money, which is what this fucking bitch Alyssa did too.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just really discouraging to like defend women in metal, because it's just like, and not even just like, you know, like women in bands. I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking any women associated with metal in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
It's just really discouraging to watch things like that, because you just go, you can tell who genuinely is in it because they like it and who is doing it
For the show.
for the show, to make money,
and the attention and the everything else.
Yeah, like they do it for selfish reasons, and it's just really disgusting because it happens sometimes. You know, I've come across, and that's why I don't have a lot of like female friends, at least that are into metal.
Yeah.
Very, like, I can count them all on one hand probably. You know, in regards to like people that I actually talk to and like am close with. But excuse me. When you meet someone and you can tell that they clearly don't know a fucking thing about the music and they're just using it because like, oh, it's got hot guys and fucking,
And it's like a fashion statement for
yeah,
them.
it's really discouraging, and you're just like, get a hobby, you know, go waste your time somewhere else. You know, no one's got time for you and your bullshit. You want to sit on Instagram and fucking show off all your fucking hauls because you discovered this band yesterday and now all of a sudden you own their whole discography. Fucking give me a break.
I know. It's
you know?
ridiculous.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? This shit too? Where it's just like, or like a girl will like fawn over someone in a band and then go buy all their shit to impress them. And it's like, no one's impressed. You know, no one's really impressed by that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay. Like, every once in a while, if you buy like a new album and you're like, oh, like this is cool, and then you talk about that. But like every day of your life where it's all you talk about is just like metal, it's like you have to like other things, you know? And that's what these girls are, is my
Oh,
point.
I do like other things. I like horror movies, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break.
It's such a trope that's like so like ridiculous, and it's like it's almost like a paradox too, because it's like they think they're like this unique deep person, but I could name 20 other broads that are exactly like them. The same thing with goth too.
Yeah.
You know, like the goth chicks who are like, oh, I'm into taxidermy. I'm like, give me a break, you know?
I love how we're just like bitching about, you know, these types of women, but I'm like, well, we have to band together.
Well, here's the thing. We do, but there are some who just, you can tell, you know?
Right.
You could just tell that they're just fake people looking for a facade to, you know, adorn themselves with. And that's what they use. And it's like, because I've talked to, I mean, I know I said taxidermy. I've talked to plenty of people who collect and make and do taxidermy and shit like that. They're all very different people, you know, but some of them aren't, you know. Some of them are, you're just like, oh yeah, of course, like you're into this and, You know, you go to antique shops. And I mean, I do these things too, you know. It's just like, it's just really
But it's the fact that they think that's the only reason why they're unique. It's like, if you think the unique thing about you is unique because everyone else does it, it's not unique.
Yeah.
It's just common sense, you know?
Yeah, like,
oh, well, I go antiquing, but a lot of other people do it, but that's what makes me unique. But it's like, no, what makes you unique is who you are as a person.
yeah.
You know, it's not really about the things you have and the things you do. It's about how you are.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Well, yeah, it's true because, oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. Like, and that's like with metal too. Like, a lot of girls get into it because they're like, oh, this makes me feel different. Like it, and when they're in it for not the music reasons, you can fucking tell.
Yeah.
They're at the shows, they're taking 1,000 pictures. You know, they're not even fucking paying attention to bands. They go and raid the merch tables and buy everything.
Yeah,
You know?
all the fucking 5'1", 100-pound girls buying every XL t-shirt that there is. Bitch, I'm tall. I need the XL t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because you want to make a cute fucking dress out of it.
Cute, quote unquote.
Yeah, and it's like, save that shit for the people who actually want it in an XL.
Yeah.
And can only fit into an XL.
Or learn how to print screen and make your own fucking clothes, you know?
No kidding.
It's just like, it's so ridiculous how you could point out. And then I've seen girls at shows who are just hanging out up front, fucking jamming, fucking whatever, you know, into it, you know?
And they don't make it a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that's the other part of it too. It's like this type of person, you know, this type of woman who goes to a show, you know, who makes a big fucking deal out of it. It's just makes me roll my eyes. I'm like, who cares? Like, just enjoy yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to take a million fucking pictures. You don't have to make a statement with what you're wearing and try to be fucking cute about it. If you're going to a metal show for dick, there's no reason to go. Because I guarantee you 95% of the dudes there don't fucking care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They just want to watch the music. You know?
yeah.
Aside for the 5% who go to get tanked, then, you know.
Yeah, and then maybe you could pick up a drunk guy, but, you know, having standards is nice sometimes, though.
Well, no kidding.
You know, it's just like, I've seen it happen. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. We have been going to shows for years.
We've
I've
been to hundreds of metal shows.
Like, I have seen it happen so many times. And it's like this kind of girl. And we get approached a lot by a lot of girls, obviously, and at shows. And they're just like, you could tell who's like genuine and who isn't. And like, this Alyssa chick is not genuine. So when we read this article, I was fuming because I'm like, she's exactly the kind of girl that I met who I fucking detest.
Yeah, the pretentious fucking bitch that thinks, you know, they're holier than thou.
Yeah.
You know, so basically what happened, this guy wrote this article. He's been photographing, my God, my voice. He's been photographing festivals and concerts for fucking years. Mm-hmm. And I think he's from Europe, I believe. So he went to Forterock in the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. That's where it is. And he took pictures of Arch Enemy because they played, and, you know, he was there taking pictures of them and a whole bunch of other bands that day. Mm-hmm. He shared them on his Instagram. Alyssa liked one of the pictures that he did, so she shared it on her Instagram and gave him credit and everything, which is fine. It happens, and the guy didn't care that other fan pages were sharing it too, like probably like 12, like a dozen or so.
Yeah.
Were like sharing the same picture because, oh, well, they're not using it for like monetary gain or anything. They're just sharing it because it was a good shot.
Right.
Perfectly fine. Well, Alyssa was wearing something from a company. I don't know what the company's name is. I don't really... Thunderball Clothing. And this company took that photo, his photo, and put it on their page and used it as a promotional thing, even though they gave him credit. And he's like, well, if you are using it to promote your stuff, you have to pay me money since it's my property.
Right.
Makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
He's like,
I've dealt with copyright and all kinds of shit before. That's how you do it.
yeah. So this guy charges $500 for businesses to use his pictures, you know, his live pictures. and
Which is
stuff.
pretty reasonable.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah.
So he politely, I'll link this article below, and you can read like the letters sent back and forth and everything. He politely emailed the company and was just like, hey, I saw that you used my picture. I usually charge $500 to use my picture, whatever. But hold on, what did he say? Yeah, so basically he charges $500 and you can keep it up, which is fine. But instead, could you just give $100 to charity, you know? Even though you already used my picture because it's already been out there, you know?
Right.
Just send it off. And he was willing to just let that go. Well, he gets an email back from Arch Enemy's management, which he later found out was actually Alyssa, basically giving him a hard time about it. Like, pictures of Arch Enemy are sole property of Arch Enemy, and there must be a misunderstanding and blah, blah, blah. Like, basically just some stupid shit that basically sums into, nobody. That's our picture. Even if you took it, she's in it and it's ours. Like, this is what this band thinks. Every picture of Alyssa, every picture of the band.
Well, this is what happens when you put people on pedestals.
Yeah.
You know?
And they think it all belongs to them. And then he messages them back. He's like, first of all, I emailed the clothing line, who immediately just went and took it to Arch Enemy's management, which is fucking petty. Apparently this company has problems for a while with this shit, and I don't think they're actually around anymore.
Yeah.
Because they were getting so many death threats and shit like that.
Well, that's extreme.
So, yeah. Well, apparently this happened more than once.
Oh, well
So-
then they deserve it.
So he messages them again, trying to explain clearly that he will be fine if you just give money to charity, as long, you know, if you're going to keep using that picture, and he's willing to let it go. Angela Gasso emails him, who's not even the fucking band anymore.
Are you serious?
Gave him a hard fucking time for it. Said, I told all these festivals that you're doing this shit and you're never going to be allowed to photograph Arch Enemy at any festival again, and you're getting on a blacklist. Basically, something like that.
That's hilarious.
And I'm just like, you're not even in the fucking band. What kind of power do you think you have?
Yeah.
To do some shit like this is what I mean about pretentious female. Like, they think because the ground that they walk on is sacred that they could just do stuff like
You know,
this.
I hate that mentality. Like, oh, I'm pretty. You answer to me. It's like, no, bitch. That's not how this works.
Angela Gasso looks like she sells heroin behind a dumpster. Like, she's not even pretty,
Yeah, I know.
you know? So, and the guy who's, you know, going through all this is like, well, first of all, I'm shitting my pants because I've loved that band since I was in high school, you know, and I grew up listening to them and everything, and here she is messaging me, so I was a little starstruck, but at the same time, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So, I actually don't know how this is resolved.
I don't think it was resolved.
I think they finally resolved it somehow, but yeah, that's basically what I deal with. And like, Alyssa DM'd him on Instagram. I was like being really mean about it, and like,
well, she's a petty bitch.
yeah, and it's like,
She's one of those people that engages with people in Instagram comments.
yeah,
And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know? Like, people that feel
like
the need
she
to
can't let shit go at
Yeah.
all.
And this is what I mean, like, and this isn't, there's an ego problem with women in metal, I think. There's an
Yeah.
ego problem when they get praise not because of their musical talents, but because of their appearance and people's willingness to just drop everything and do whatever they want for them because they think they're hot. There's a difference. There's someone that I find very admirable, and I don't know if she listens to this podcast, but I really love her, is Dana Duffy, who is in Mythic
Yeah.
and Demonic Christ. And I love Dana. And if you listen to our episode with Chris Gamble, he and Dana are really good friends. They go, you know, pretty far back. And
Yeah.
I've loved Dana for so long because she was one of the first like female figures in metal that I saw, besides Jill of Funerus, who I love, who was just like in a metal band, and like that was it. There was no gimmicks. There was no fucking And I mean, they, wear the shirt, spikes and crazy shit or whatever, but like, it was not about, look at me, I'm the star of this band. It's about, look at me, I'm playing some fucking awesome music right now. And that was one of the very first bands I had discovered that was like that. And I was just like, whoa, because especially, I guess for lack of a better word, like mainstream, because they're pretty mainstream metal bands. It does become more about like the appearance in magazines and fucking let's sell your face, not
even
your
Lacuna
records.
Coil, who's not really like metal per se.
Yeah.
They're kind of on the fence. She's not really about her look. She's actually a very good singer.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's got a good voice. But it's like that's the difference, and that's why I've always appreciated more of like the female, like I guess you could call it underground metal than the mainstream stuff, because growing up all we saw was mainstream stuff, and and then like the classics like fucking Joan Jett and fucking the Runaways and Girl School and all stuff like that, who were actual genuinely good musicians and wonderful people, insightful humans. They're great. That's like real talent, and they just happen to be women. That's what I'm getting at. It's not, look at me, I'm a woman doing metal, because when you say it like that, you're putting the fact that you're a woman first. Yeah. You're not saying I'm in a band, I'm a guitar player, I'm this and whatever. It becomes about you and your gender, basically, and that's when it becomes sexualized, and that's why shit like this happens.
I know.
And a lot of people don't realize that, and that's why I loathe bands like this. I loathe like a lot of that fucking shit, because man, if you listen to fucking Demonic Christ and shit, it's some of the best fucking metal, and it's not about like, oh, can you fucking hang with all these dudes? It doesn't become about that. It's just like, yeah, of course you can, because you do. It just is, like you said. Yeah. It's not forced. It's not like a thing. And
they do it, and they don't make their gender a priority.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, I'm a musician versus, oh, I'm a female musician in a metal band. And
I have deep respect for anyone that plays music in any form, male, female, whatever.
Yeah, well, me too. Like, gender doesn't really matter to me. What matters is how it sounds.
Yeah, and the only reason, women get pinpointed is because they're a minority within metal. Mm-hmm. And because a lot of major record labels and people like this exploit the fact that they're women in metal. Yeah. How many times you fucking see a magazine cover and it's like the fucking chick from Hailstorm and she's like, women of rock, and you're just like, fucking shut up.
I know. We've met her before too, and she's like, she was nice, but
vapid.
Yeah.
Like, they're stupid, and they just fucking, it's like Motown or something. They just clean them up and send them out there, It's just like, I hate that shit. In any regard, female, male, whatever.
I know, but it's usually like the females though that, get front and center, because women are over sexualized, and that's a problem with our culture. At least in America, the women here are so over sexualized in any kind of platform, whether it's music, art, dancing, fucking doesn't matter, in any art form, sports even.
Yeah.
Look at tennis players. Women have those short little skirts on, and dudes have shorts on. No matter what kind of, sport or art or whatever the fuck you do, women are always over-sexualized.
And no one cared about Ronda Rousey until she was in fucking Sports Illustrated in a bathing suit. Like, it's really upsetting when, people have preconceived notions about you based on shit like this.
Right.
Like, oh, you're a chick that likes metal. Oh, that must mean that you want to fucking fuck this dude. You don't really like this. You're trying to impress people, blah, blah, blah. And I've spent, how long have I been listening to metal for? Like since I was like 10 or 11. So like over half my life trying to defend myself, and I'm not defending myself anymore,
I'm not either. And like, a little bit off topic, but gaming also does like the same thing. Like, female gamers.
It's not, gaming's worse.
Yeah. Like, if anyone watches female gamers on Twitch, a lot of them are overly sexualized because, one, it brings in the money, and two, like, well, first of all, I don't really understand why. Like, they give us a bad rep. Like, I'm a female gamer. I love gaming. It's next to music, it's my pastime is playing video games. So to have to compete with other females like that who aren't even actual gamers. They're just, fucking their way around Fortnite or whatever the fuck, or Overwatch. They have no idea what they're doing with their tits out. Bringing in all that money. It's like, oh, well, sex sells. Yeah, it does, but it doesn't make it right.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that they're good at what they're doing or interesting or anything. And I feel like there's a lot of, and I mean, this, everyone's gonna be like, well, tell us something we don't know, Megan. But like, and I would say within like the last 5 years or so, there is an oversaturation of just talentless cunts running rampant.
Yeah.
And not just women, cunts as in men too.
Yeah.
Just like people who do nothing and just have fame. There's a lot of that.
Oh, yeah. Like, they go viral one day for some stupid reason, and now they're famous.
Yeah. Like, there is too much of that. And I think it's starting to trickle down into metal with bands like, The Agonist and fucking shit like that, because it sells.
Yeah, because at that point, when you have a overly sexualized and overly, like, what do I want to say? Like, overly prominent person in your band, it becomes about the person. It doesn't become about the music anymore.
I know.
I couldn't tell you who else was in the Agonist.
I know. I was
because
just gonna
all
say
I know
that.
is Alyssa.
Yeah.
Literally. And like, that's no way to run a band unless you're like Devin Townsend and you're the Devin Townsend Project and you're the focal point and the band is just the band.
Yeah.
But if you're like a collective and only one person stands out, that's not okay.
Yeah. Like, it's... And here's the difference, too, because you think about someone like Wendy Williams of the Plasmatics, right?
Yeah.
She would go on stage basically naked. She would just go out with 2 Band-Aids and a boa on, and
Yeah.
just leave nothing to the imagination. But here's the thing. She was in control of her sexuality. It wasn't someone telling her to do it.
Yeah.
And you can tell when, it's empowering versus when it's spoon-fed. Because Wendy went out, she's like, I don't want to wear clothes, so I'm not going to. She's more punk rock than any other punk rock musician that has ever existed. She was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out. I'm going to break shit. I'm going to show my tits. I'm going to fucking scream. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to fucking shit on stage if I want to. She just did literally whatever the fuck she wanted. And that's empowering. If you want to fucking send the message to someone, you go out there and you go 100%. You don't half-ass it and, I'm going to show some cleavage and I'm going to, whine about my feelings. Like, no, that's not how you do it. If you, in metal, I'm saying anyway, or you do the opposite and you're like, no, I'm just here to kind of play my music and it's not about me,
Yeah.
Because I think about, like I said, fucking Demonic Christ and Funerus aren't bands like that, Everybody loves the shit out of Dana and Jill both because, and why they respect them is because they didn't feel like they had to exploit themselves just to prove that they like this shit and can play it and can live it and do it,
Yeah, and that's empowering as a woman.
Yeah, that's the difference. And that's why when I see bands like this and when I see, like, when people tell me, like, oh, it's female-fronted metal, that phrase needs to be eliminated from the English language completely, because when it becomes about, when it's a female-fronted band, quote-unquote, then the focus becomes the female. And that's where the music gets lost, because that's all people are thinking about is like, oh, there's a chick in this band.
And I feel like, bands of just men get more respect because it's not overly sexualized.
Right.
Like, people actually listen to the music and actually give the the light of day. But with females, it's a lot harder because half the time it's overly sexualized and it's all about the chick, but the other half of the time people don't take them seriously because of those people who like overly sexualize themselves and make it all about them. So it's like, oh, well, here's another female fucking band that it's just gonna be all about the chick. I'm not listening to this shit. It's a lose-lose situation, basically, for females in metal, which is, it's kind of shitty.
It is kind of shitty. And then when I see things like this article and stuff, it just makes me even more discouraged because it's like, girl, get your life together, you know? Like, stop fucking acting like your shit doesn't smell, because it certainly does. And
well, I think part of it comes from like being in a band and having an ego, but the other part of it just comes from having a shitty attitude about life.
yeah,
Because you can't solely blame someone's god-awful attitude and like perspective on things on just the fact that they're in a band.
Yeah.
You know? She's probably just a terrible, lousy person.
yeah, she
you know?
is.
But I don't know her. Maybe she's not as bad as I'm making her out to be, but the way she presents herself, I really don't want to talk to someone like her. She reminds me of every girl that ever bullied me in school.
Yeah.
You know, looked down at me and thought they were like so much more important than me. But then you find out these bitches work at a bowling alley. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's actually true.
That's where she would be if she didn't get lucky and, you know, got in all these fucking bands.
Yeah. Oh, I could dye my fucking hair blue and sing too, bitch, you know? Like, it's your fucking attitude that people look at, you know? Like,
it's all about the attitude. It's all about how you present yourself.
Yeah.
Like, speaking for both of us, when we started getting into metal or whatever, it was never like us like liking it for the fashion or liking it for the dudes or liking it for the whatever. Yeah, I have dated, you know, musicians.
I think I've exclusively dated musicians. Whoops.
I think half the people I dated were musicians, but yeah, like, you know, but it wasn't about that. It was about the music. It was about the attitude. It was about finding myself as a person and belonging somewhere because I didn't fit anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, that's what metal is to me.
Yeah.
So for someone to take that and turn it into something completely different that just isn't even like what it's meant to be, it's just really hard, you know?
Yeah, there's just been a slow and gradual decline within metal. And I think the beauty of it is that underground metal is going to be back underground.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, you're going to have to fucking old school email someone if you fucking want a new CD or something, cause like, or a cassette, whatever the fuck they put out, because
metal's so soft now.
it is. And the real stuff, the good stuff, is getting taken down left and goddamn right by these fucking dickheads, you know? And it's just like,
And it's like, because people miss the point,
Yeah.
you know? The lyrics aren't serious. If you're taking metal lyrics seriously, there's something really fucking wrong with you. Like, they're serious, but they're not serious.
Yeah.
You know? It's serious as an art form, not serious as in, I want you to go out and fucking murder someone, kind of a thing.
well, depends on the band. But that's my point, though.
99% of the time, you know? Generally, bands write about stuff they're interested in, like the occult, or death, or Satanism, or whatever the fuck. It doesn't really matter. And usually, it's a way for them to express themselves because they can't do it in real life. So they do it through music. Like how people write to express themselves, like as, you know, like an author.
Yeah.
Or they paint, or they do whatever. It's just an expression. If you take it as deep as, like, you think it should be taken, that's your problem. I've never listened to Cannibal Corpse and wanted to go out and fucking murder someone.
Wow. I'm kidding. I was going to say something smart ass. I'm like, you know what? Not going to say that on the podcast because I don't want the cops knocking on the door at 3 a.m. like, hi, we heard that you were going to commit a murder. Like, no.
Well,
but,
well, it's true, though. Like,
well, that's the thing, though, is like, a lot of the music that I love and respect is done very, I don't know how else to put it other than like DIY, you know, like very like, I'm making this, I'm going to make a couple 100 copies of this album, buy one if you want, maybe I'll make some money back. I have a lot of respect for that. And, you know, it's not just men that are doing this too. There's women involved in shit like this too. And when it becomes about how many followers you have, how many people are buying the record, how many people are downloading, how many people are attending our shows, and blah, blah, blah. When you start thinking in numbers with regard to metal, you've already lost the point, you know? When you acknowledge that, like, oh, we have 300,000 followers on Instagram, you have already lost. And this is something that I've touched on in another episode, I'm sure. You know, that's when you lose the point. And a lot of the more well-known, I guess, female bands or just women in metal in general are these kinds of people, which is really discouraging.
Yeah,
not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and it takes work to get to a place like that. And it's, you know, nice to want more for yourself and want better for yourself, but it's the intention behind it that really rubs people the wrong way, at least for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I want to get big because I want money and I'm hot.
Yeah.
It's not, I want to get big because I want to express myself and I want to share it to the world. Like, I feel like that mindset is dying.
It is.
know?
A lot of people want to take the easy way out, you know?
Yeah.
They figure, oh, I could just make money by sitting around half naked and fucking, you know, entertaining like dudes all day. It's just like,
why do you think gaming has taken off so much? And
Yeah.
streaming really has taken off in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Because of that reason, you know? Girls are like, oh my God, I can make $1,500 in 2 hours by just streaming with my tits out. Sometimes more, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on the day. And they'll stream for 8 hours at a time, sometimes 2. So God only knows how much money you can make in that time, but it's ridiculous. It's like people just want easy ways to make money and they want to put in minimal effort.
yeah. And I feel like,
Like there's nothing creative behind gaming anymore, or making YouTube content, or making music. Like a lot of the creativity is just gone. It's just bare basic, so people can, you know,
Yeah.
just make money off of it.
and it's not just women doing this, obviously,
No,
to clarify.
I'm speaking as a collective.
As a collective, but I feel like with women in particular are the ones who really exploit that because they use their sexuality as a tool, you
Yeah.
know? And it's just really upsetting when I see it all the time in metal and in gaming and fucking even art. I know
Yeah.
a girl who fucking live streams on Twitch and she just paints like in her underwear, you know? And people just pour money, and then people buy her paintings on top of it. And it's just like, why do you have to get naked to, you know, paint, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you're painting another naked person or something.
Because at that point, people aren't giving you money for your art. They're giving you money because you're naked,
yeah.
you know? Which you could just do porn at that point.
Well, honestly, you know, and it's just like, it's so discouraging when, you know, it's something that you and I have both dealt with
Yeah.
our whole lives, you know, just trying to, you know, even just become friends with someone who's like-minded. It's like, oh, you like metal like I do, or you like whatever like I do. But then immediately being met with like, you know, and it doesn't really happen anymore because I have better people in my life and I
Yeah.
can clock that shit from a mile away. But before it was a lot of like, and especially because I was young too, I think that was also part of the problem. Like, when you're young and getting into it, people just doubt you immediately, whether you're male or female.
Yeah, it's
But-
like we all have to start somewhere. Like
Yeah.
if someone's just starting to listen to metal, I don't fucking discourage them because then they won't listen.
Yeah.
It's like discouraging anyone for doing anything at a young age. When you do that, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, it's like, I was told by my friend Tim, hi Tim,
Hi.
Tim's going to Greece on Monday. That's not what I wanted to say, but I just
I
said
would love to go to Greece.
I would love to go to Greece. Anyway, Tim said to me, we had a discussion about Jim Kanya, and he said to me, Jim was the kind of person who, if he saw a kid, like a 12-year-old kid in like a Slayer shirt, he would go up to the kid, tell him, listen to this, this, and this, give him CDs, fucking have a discussion with them and really get him into it. We need more Jims in the world.
We do.
Because it's,
That's what I try to do too.
yeah, if somebody had done that for me when I was 12 years old, I think I would have felt, one, a lot more better about myself, and two, I probably would have been listening to a lot more different things then.
Yeah.
And because I remember at 12 years old, I was big into the goth thing still.
Yeah.
Like-
I was more into punk.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of listened to but I was definitely like way into goth shit and like I was like into black metal.
Yeah.
So, because I tried to listen to goth music and I only liked a little bit of it, but like black metal is what like Yeah, and it still speaks to my soul. But like, had I had someone like that in my life, I mean, it just would have made a world. And someone that talked to me and didn't see me as a female who likes metal, but just someone who's interested in metal.
Right.
You know? And that's...
You know, race is like another issue in metal, too. It's predominantly
race
white.
is an issue with everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like another thing. Race
Yeah.
and gender, it's always an issue.
Yeah.
You know? You don't see a lot of, you know, ethnic people black, Latino, Mexican, whoever. You don't see a lot of those people listening to metal.
The metalheads in South America are some of the most diehard fucking people in the world.
Absolutely. Any band will fucking tell you that.
Yeah. They are incredible. They put us to fucking shame.
I know. America's lacking
Yeah.
compared to South America.
South America's fucking lit. You know, it's like, it's crazy how dedicated they are. And I mean, just above and beyond.
Yeah.
And like, more than I've ever done, honestly, you know?
I know.
But I'm also the kind of person, I'd rather sit and enjoy the record myself.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I mean, I'll go to shows and stuff too. We're going to see Morbid Angel in a few months.
I know. I'm so excited.
And maybe King Diamond.
I hope
Maybe.
so.
I hope so too. I don't know. We still don't know about that one yet, but we're going to see Morbid Angel at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be like the first show you and I go to in the fucking years.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
I think I've said in like previous episodes, like I was done going to concerts, but like something's telling me to go. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I need to go reconnect with people again. Like,
yeah.
depression will just completely drive a wedge between you and your life, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want to be there anymore, so I'm just going to go. And excuse me. Okay, so the whole point of all of this being
Yes.
women in metal. It's great. It's cool when you do meet someone, you could tell they're genuine and true, and they're actually like with anyone else, like just good people, and you know, you're like-minded and everything, and you could tell that they genuinely love it, and they genuinely are just, you know, a good person, a unique person, a whatever person. But there's also a big I guess, for lack of a better word, oversaturation of just women who are imposters.
Yeah.
You know, women who don the mask of like a true like metal fan or whatever, and you find out they aren't. You just find out that they're shallow, that they're just desperate, you know, and it's just sad. I feel sad for girls like that.
I know.
And you see it all the time. But it just sucks, you know? I'm not this person. I don't think I ever was this person. I never once compromised myself to impress someone else with regards to metal, you know?
Yeah.
For a job interview, you bet your ass I have.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
I have too.
Fucking lied out my ass and shit, but but when it comes to like, and this is just my philosophy, and of course not everyone has to agree with me, when it comes to the things that I like, the things that nobody can change about me, my interests, my music influence, my art style, my whatever, it's very personal, you know? And I've always been very big on people who are just unapologetically themselves for that reason, because I'm that way too, you know? And
Yeah, well, we both are.
yeah, and like, I didn't want to speak for you, but
Well, no, because we've talked about this before.
yeah, and it's just like, they're almost like robots. It's like this robot female metalhead chick that keeps being made.
Yeah.
And you're just like, when are they going to stop making the same girl, you know?
I know. Because, like, now it's, like, getting oversaturated. And it's like, I want that fucking grit and edge back.
Yeah.
So bad.
Where metal needs to be dangerous again.
Yeah.
You know? It needs to be...
At least a little bit of danger.
Yeah. I don't care. Throw all the danger in. Fucking set shit on fire.
Well, no. I want all the danger, too. But, you know, with all
Yeah.
these new people coming in, God only knows.
No, they can go fucking to the YMCA and have their little local shows or whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine. Leave the underground to people like us, you know, just
Yeah.
like to
or
That-
people who want to be like that.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
mentality of just true, just devotion to what you like. You
Yeah.
know, go all in. No, but that's just you and I. You know,
Mhm.
it's like if we're gonna do it, we're going all in. That's
Right.
why I quit drinking. But
Well, we have to wrap this up.
okay,
So.
my point being, it's great that there's women in metal. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm alienating anyone just because, like, you know, everyone's gonna do what they want. You know,
Yeah.
I could sit here and talk all fucking day until I'm blue in the face about this stuff, and people are still gonna do what they want. Who cares? But the thing is, when I see things like this, or when people try to send me things like, oh, this is a female fronted band, it just immediately turns me off that, like, that's the focus.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, she's the reason why this band is even a thing. Because I feel like it also negates everyone else in the band, you know?
Right.
Like you said, I can't name another member of fucking The Agonist. I couldn't even tell you.
I know.
You know? I barely knew who she was, honestly.
I know.
But it's just really upsetting when something that you love so much and such a big part of your life, people doubt it, you know? And I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like, I don't have to prove anything to anyone, you know? I'm
Yeah.
just going to go like my shit, do my shit.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
You
we
could-
really have to wrap this
I know.
up.
Take it or leave it how you want.
Yes.
That's just how we feel about the matter.
Yeah. And I really wanted to talk about it because it's something we're so passionate about. We have been for a long time.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for letting us get that out because, man.
This is the episode today. This is literally our episode.
Yeah. Like, we just.
I'm losing my voice too, so.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I know. I'm just like, I could fucking talk about this all fucking day.
I know.
But
I'm going to put in a song from Hypocrisy because I was listening to them a few days ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like it. It makes me think of a good time in my life too. The song I'm putting in particular was when Nikita, who's been on the podcast, and us were going to see Destruction in Providence, I think, or
Yep.
Pawtucket. And he was screaming out we had that song playing and he was screaming out the windows of the car at like random people driving by.
yeah.
It was so funny.
Every time I hear that song, that's what I think of. Just
Me too.
Nick screaming at some poor woman and her looking in terror.
Yeah.
Just like, why is he yelling at me?
I know, it's so funny.
Why is the nice young Russian man yelling at me?
The nice blonde boy.
The blonde boy.
But I'm putting that in. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for letting us
been-
get that out there.
It's been fun. More spooky episodes are coming up.
Yes, this is not a spooky episode.
No. Also, this is our 37th episode, and I just have to put in quickly. We're naming this episode in a row in tribute to Clerks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
For anyone that's never seen Clerks, he finds out his girlfriend sucked 37 dicks in a row.
yeah.
Or not in a row, but 37 dicks in her whole life. And then somebody asks, because he goes, she sucked 37 dicks. And he goes, in a row?
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite, Clerks is
So-
one of my favorite movies. So that's why we're naming the episode this. It is not a Kevin Smith episode. Sorry.
Yeah. So, well, let's wrap this shit up.
All right. Well, we're going to head out. And I think I'm going to go eat more Oreo.
I gotta get something for my throat. My voice is going.
Oh, Lord.
I have to feed the cats. They're gonna break down the door in like 0.3 seconds.
Well, I'm going to break down the door because I'm hungry.
I know.
But
All right, everyone.
All right,
We'll
we'll
see you
s-
next week.
we'll
Hopefully
see you
with
soon.
some spooky stuff.
yay.
So,
All right.
all right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.